celebratory atmosphere tonight at Wren Park in Wren, Ohio. The wiffle ball capital of Ohio is where WOSN is broadcasting tonight. The wiffle ball tournament, the 25th edition of the wiffle ball tournament. The fans getting hyped and excited, have survived quite a bit of rain, and we are ready for the finals of the tournament. This is game 16. Happy to bring it to you here on WOSN as the Long Ballers taking on the Eager Beavers. We'll fill you in on how they got there in a matter of moments. Patrick Hamler, Dave Bowen will be along shortly to help call the game here from Wren Park. And of course, a big to-do here tonight. This is the 25th edition. The Hall of Fame, brand new and open for Wren Park as they are rolling away the red carpet. That ceremony just finished up as the mascot getting the crowd hyped and ready to go. Standing room only here at Wren Park, about 1,500 here to get us started. And when we come back, we'll tell you all about it. We'll tell you how we got here, and we'll look forward to the national anthem and first pitch coming up on WOSN. Stay tuned. Back at Wren Park, the starting lineups for both teams. The finalists in the tournament about ready to be announced here. The lights are out, and they really get into this. Dave Bowen with me in the broadcast position now. First of all, terrific job on the Hall of Fame induction ceremony. Very poignant and touching ceremony. Those 6 guys we'll talk about a little bit later in the broadcast. Certainly feeling very good about being in.
Yes, first class, the inaugural class of the Wren Park Hall of Fame. Year 25, making it special. Been in the planning for years as far as the Hall of Fame. Now we're going to have a great championship game between the Long Ballers and the Eager Beavers. It's time for starting lineups.
If this is the first time you have watched the Wiffle Ball Championship game here on WOSN, it is going to be quite a treat, and we're going to let it unfold before your very eyes and not spoil any of the surprises that you will no doubt see as we are getting ready for the announcement of the rosters of each team. The Beavers and the Long Ballers, and there's music, there's lights, there's all kinds of things in this, Dave.
Yeah, and then we'll have a lot more when the game is over, when we crown our champion. But yeah, the Long Ballers and Eager Beavers, you've got 2 teams here. They're new to the championship game. Long-time, 4-time repeat champion MKS Siding. They went out in the first round, and the other perennial power that we've had over the last few years, the Bunnies, they were defeated by the Eager Beavers as well. So, fans, folks watching WOSN, you're in for a real treat.
MKS was knocked out by the Honey Badgers, who were knocked out earlier tonight by the Beavers, as eagerly waiting the players to be announced here from Wren Park. A crowd of about 1,500 in attendance here. There's the tournament standing. 16 teams compete in the tournament tonight. These are the final 8 as you see them, and the Long Ballers, the Eager Beavers, the final 2.
Fierce competition and battle their way through 3 rounds of tournament competition for a right to play in the big
See if this will factor into it tonight. The Long Ballers actually played a game yesterday. The Beavers have played all their games today, so they've got an extra game on them. So it'll be interesting to see if that factors into it as we get later into the evening here tonight.
Absolutely. Getting that game in on Friday night, it's a blind draw. And if you get that game in on Friday night, that's one less game on Saturday. And your opponent, in this situation, the Eager Beavers, they've played all 4 games today. We've had some moisture today, as when the lights come up, fans are going to see the field, and it's a wet track.
Looking at about 73 degrees, not quite sunny anymore, and the conditions are pretty accurate, and you'll see that as everything unfolds. And the grounds crew has done their best to get things ready to go for tonight, but the field will no doubt play a factor.
It will. It just depends on who handles the elements better. It's the same situation for both teams. Who's going to battle through and take home the Silver Anniversary Championship?
Starting lineups being announced. These are actually the non-players tonight. That is the Beavers coming out.
Caleb Lloyd. And now your starting lineup from the Ohio State University and Crestview High School, the third baseman, Cole Roston.
Cole's had a great tournament playing third base. He's got real soft hands down there and has been hitting the ball well for the Eager Beavers.
Your left fielder, Damian Helm.
Also a familiar name if you're a Crestview Knights fan.
Yep, Damian Helm, member of the 2014 State Championship basketball style. He currently plays baseball at IPFW.
Malachi, a Van Wert product.
And he's the pitcher for the Eager Beavers.
At Crestview High School, the right fielder, Brock Roston.
Brock, also a teammate of Damian's on that state champion basketball team of 2014.
High School, Nehemiah Murphy.
That's first baseman Nehemiah Murphy.
And at Crestview High School, Spencer Ralston.
Spencer's got his own personal fan club out in right field, but he is starting his senior year at Crestview, and he's looking to start it off with a bang with a Wiffle Ball championship.
Championship action.
Now we'll take a look. There you see the lineups, also the batting order for the Beavers tonight. Only 6 players on the field for wiffle ball. Some different rules between wiffle ball and baseball and softball. We'll go over those here in just a minute. That's why you see no center fielder, shortstop, or second baseman. Now, the long ballers being announced first. I believe that's
from the Marines, Brandon Nels.
the Nels. These are the non-starters first for the long ballers.
And now your starting lineup from Indiana Tech, the right fielder, Brant Henry.
Brant possesses that speed that you like to see in that leadoff position, and that's where he's been for the long ballers throughout the tournament.
Third baseman, Adrian Ham.
Adrian, a Crestview High School grad who was a pitcher on the staff
Spring Arbor,
when they went to state 2 years in a row.
There's Connor Langridge working first base. Camp will have the hot corner there at third.
From Huntington College, the left fielder, Dalton Cole.
Dalton's an Indiana boy, but his mother is right here from Wren, Ohio.
University, the pitcher, Jake Mendrick.
Jake Mendrick, the pitcher for the long ballers.
And from BGSU, the catcher, Dylan Henry.
Dylan Henry, the catcher. The first person in line for signing up for the tournament this year. Tell you more about that in a second. There's the coach of the long ballers.
And from BGSU, first base coach, Jordan Root.
Jordan Roop, walk-on the BGSU football team, is helping out the long ballers by being their first base coach.
And Bob Post.
Umpires being announced as well. Mingering in the semifinal actually threw a shutout, 1-0. The long ballers prevail as we look at the lineup and batting order for the long ballers. Henry, Camp, and Langridge will start off for them.
Friends, neighbors, and old acquaintances, and to honor the servicemen and women and firefighters and law enforcement officers who have and are currently sacrificing for us to provide the blanket of security that we enjoy
and now we're getting ready
on those that cannot be with us tonight.
Moment of reflection, the national anthem coming up.
For a moment of reflection.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
Thank you, Doreen Crew.
Doreen Crew singing
Wiffleball
Amazing Grace for us,
fans,
Patrick.
to honor our great
Another part
country,
of the tradition
please
of
stand.
pregame
Remove your
ceremonies
hats.
at
Turn
Wren
your
Park.
attention to the middle of the field as post 207.
And as
Sons
we
of the
wrap up
American
that part
Legion
and move
present
on
the colors
to the next, we
for
will
our
have
great
the
nation.
national anthem sung by the Van Wert Area Quartet, the Merry Gentlemen.
Tonight's national anthem is being performed by the Van Wert Area Quartet, the Merry Gentlemen, Adam Reese, Seth Baker, Matt Alessandrini, and Eric Hurlis.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ran glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Just about ready to start the 25th edition of the Wren Wiffleball Championship.
Patrick, great job by our singers of the national anthem, and I'm not sure if we're going to have a Wiffleball championship game or if Coach Norman Dale's going to walk out on the floor with his players. Also, Gene Hackman in the movie Hoosiers, but wholesome hometown fun as we get ready now to start our championship game.
The lights are coming back on. The players warming up as we get ready for the first pitch here between the Long Ballers and Beavers. We'll step away and take a quick timeout. We'll be back right after this here on WOSN. Back at Wren Park, ready for the championship game of the Wren Wiffleball tournament. The Long Ballers and the Beavers. Ballers get to be the home team, so the Beavers in orange will start up first. Cole Rolston will lead off for the Beavers. Long Ballers in green get onto their positions. Now the wiffle ball field, Dave Owen, if you're just joining us, a little bit smaller than your average baseball field. Only 30 feet to the pitcher's mound, 50 feet in between the bases, and a home run doesn't take nearly as much as it does in the major leagues or even in high school. It's 122 down the line, 125 down center. Thank you for feeding me those numbers earlier. I appreciate that. Makes me sound smarter. So it's a smaller field. So with wiffle ball and everything else, you don't have to put as much umph to get it out, but you still take some to get a home run around here.
It sure does. 6 players on defense. We're on a 70-degree field here. Second base you'll see is deeper than what it would be on a normal 90-degree field. And a lot of times when a runner's coming around second, third base is just a pit stop on the way home.
Crestview Knight, former Crestview Knight, current Ohio State, Cole Rolston up first for the Ballers. Nice field there, and that is the first out as Camp played the hot corner very well.
Comes across all the way. That third baseman, he's on the hot corner, but he's got to cover a lot of ground behind the pitcher.
Next up is Damian Helm, number 15. Only 2 outfielders in wiffle ball. There's a right fielder and a left fielder. No one in center field. No one really playing the center in general. So there's an opportunity there, and a lot of teams have used that in the tournament.
They'll find it out there in the Helm.
Hits it in that area. It's going to be dropped there by Brant Henry, and we'll have the first hit of the night.
Both these teams, it's a real neat atmosphere tonight because both of these teams are saturated with local talent. You got a lot of homegrown players out here, and fans are rooting for them.
Malachi Murphy at the plate now. 1 on, 1 down here. Top of the first, just getting started here in the championship game. There's a strike. Nice shot over the pitcher's shoulder there. And this one is high up into left field and caught. That'll get Helm to walk back to first base, and 2 away.
Dalton Combs with the catch in left field.
Brock Ralston now your batter. Weather's
Brock Ralston now at the plate.
Here for the championship game.
1 on, 2 down, top of the first.
The way this afternoon looked, I would not have thought that, but all is good now.
A lot of wiping the ball off. You'll see quite a bit of that tonight with the mud and the soaked field that we've got here. And that one is a chopper through the legs of the pitcher. Nice play to get the out there. Turned by Adrian Camp, and we head to the bottom of the first, and it's no score as the Long Ballers coming to bat.
All right. No runs in for the Beavers, so Long Ballers, it's your turn here in the bottom half of the first
Some
inning.
additions that they added to the field here as we get ready for the bottom of the first. They cleaned up the field a little bit, added some different bases from the semifinal run for the rest of the tournament here for the championship game. Also put in a batter's box.
Yeah, you earned that right. In the championship game, we try to treat you just like the major leagues, give you the best of the best. We have an outstanding grounds crew headed up by Larry Mo Davis. He actually threw the first pitch out last night. He's Mr. Wren, if you will. And again, the grounds crew does an outstanding job with everything that we have and the conditions we've dealt with this year. As you saw at the beginning of the game on the graphic, field conditions, soup.
And that will be Brant Henry up first for the Long Ballers. Henry second in the home run derby, and that's a squibber right up the middle. As we said earlier, that's an area that can be exploited really for both sides. It's just the way that the field is laid out, that there's a lot of ground to cover in between the pitcher's mound and second base, and that's how Henry gets the first hit of the night for the Long Ballers.
Adrian Camp, your batter, and you're right, Patrick. A lot of holes up the middle.
And this one's a long fly ball caught out there by Helm, 1 away.
And you'll see the outfielders, what we've noticed the last 4 or 5 years, they really try to sneak in, and then on a ball over their head, they track it well, and that's what Damian did right there.
And lingering, and he puts a charge in. This one is caught. They're out at right field as Brock Rolston makes a great play for 2 outs.
So 2 good plays by our outfielders for the Eager Beavers. Damian Helm in left and Brock Rolston in right.
Dalton Combs now your batter.
Combs now at the plate. And that one will chop to the first base line and foul.
We also have an umpiring crew with a lot of experience. Tim Busher behind the plate, Bob Post on the bases, both OHSAA certified umpires.
This one also has a charge put into it, but right there is Rolston for the catch. And we have got one in the books. No score here from Wren. Ready for the second inning to get started. Here are the Wren Wiffleball Championship. The Beavers coming up to bat. No score here as we get to the top of the second. Just getting started here from the championship game, although the wiffle ball tournament has been going since Friday night is when they get started. Really a 2-day affair here.
Murphy, your batter.
This is
here in the second inning.
that shot right in third base, and very well played there out as Helm. Or I'm sorry, that's Dalton Combs who fields it nicely and throws it to Lingerich for 1 out.
And he's the left-handed left fielder. You don't see that very often here, but he made the play there, made it look very easy.
Rolston, your batter.
And Rolston pops this one up, and
number 2.
Camp is there to complete it. So 2 pitches, 2 outs.
Now your batter.
It's shaping up to be a tight game. 1 run may get it done. The air is lighter, but again, as you roll into the evening, runs scored become more of a challenge as you progress.
Top of the order again. This is Cole Rolston. Try to get on base for the Beavers here and prolong this second, and that right back to the pitcher, and 3 up and 3 down. As we'll head to the middle of the second, they'll change orders, and you know, you're going to see a lot of, we mentioned this, you're going to see a lot of wiping off the ball, you're going to see a lot of wiping off the bat. There's a shot of the black hole there that is third base. Now the base looks really nice because that's just been there, but it's been played a lot. Well, it's gone through 16 games.
Exactly, and we've had rain today a couple of times, and there was a very nice graphic painted on there symbolizing the black hole, but obviously it's a lot of mud right there now. That's an area that has actually grown, Patrick. That decline in the ground has grown over the years, and it's a treat for the players to handle as they're coming around the bases.
I'd say, looking at it as a former third baseman, that just looks like just a joy. And the ballers are up, and right there, getting it started. Helm there to make the catch, 1 away.
For out number 1.
Both teams looking to settle down here a little bit. They do have the nerves and have to fight through that. Again, there's 1,600 people out here watching them play.
And that pop fly by Dylan Henry is caught, 2 away. So just like in the top of the second, 2 pitches, 2 outs. Wasting no time here, progressing through the batting order. So we're back up to Brent Henry. And he lines one to third base, and a little too hot there for Rolston. And Henry will get on first. So 2 away. And that will bring Adrian Camp up to bat.
Now your batter.
The pitch, and that one is lined up second base. Chance to play at second, and does get the force. And that'll do it here in the second inning. Still no score. We played 2 here in the championship game of the Renway Wiffle Ball Tournament on WOSN.
Coming to bat for the Beavers. With a long drive.
We're back, a long drive almost to the fence as we get the third inning started.
Brent Henry cleans that one up on the warning track off the bat of Damian Helm. He's got that sweet stroke going. Deep, but not deep enough.
That'll bring up Malachi Murphy. Batting left-handed. Top of the third, no score. And that one is a shot, and this one will fall, hits the Renway logo there in center field, and 1 on for the Beavers.
That logo commemorates year 25. We've had a lot of activities to, again, recognize the silver anniversary of the wiffle ball tournament.
Now 1 on, 1 out for Brock Rolston. And that one off the pitcher. Chance for a play at first, and couldn't handle the throw at first. So that will put runners on first and second, and first scoring opportunity of the night for the Beavers.
Nehemiah Murphy to the plate.
So now we'll have the first baseman, Nehemiah Murphy,
1 out
at the plate. RBI opportunity, swing and a miss, strike 1.
3 strikes and 3 balls. That's what you get at the plate. You can foul 2 off after 2 strikes. You foul your 3rd one off, you're out. It's a hitter's game. The pitcher can't spin the ball or throw it really hard, but he can deceive. He can adjust his throwing motion to try and throw the timing off of the batter. And you'll see that every once in a while. Batter gets locked up. We'll take a called 3rd strike.
You say we've seen that a couple times. In fact, I think Mingering in one of the earlier games, I think, was doing that, probably in the semifinal. And that one is going to drop right in front of second base, and a little hard to hold. And that will juice up the bases.
And you've got to make some money now in this situation. 1 out with the Eager Beavers, bases loaded. Spencer Ralston stepping to the plate.
Murphy at 3rd, Ralston at 2nd.
And the Beavers get a little something
Runner at first, so a chance to make something happen. This one is going to be caught quickly. Play coming up at the plate, and safe at home. So a sac fly as Malachi Murphy crosses the plate, and the Beavers take a 1-0 lead.
And not only that, but great base running as the guys on 1st and 2nd pick up the extra base on the throw to home plate.
Top of the order again, this is Cole Rolston. And this one, same area, is going to score another run. And thought about waving him home, but is going to stay 2-0. Beavers.
Makes the second base, got runners at
second and third. So
2 runs in.
Long ballers in danger of having a long inning, and that one is caught by Combs, and that's going to do it. But the damage already done as the Beavers get the scoring started. They put 2 runs up here in the top of the 3rd, and they lead 2-0. Welcome back. Bottom of the 3rd coming up. Beavers 2, Long Ballers nothing. Dalton Combs and gets one. Go middle of the field, and the throw to the first base is off target. So runner on first to get the 3rd started for the Ballers.
Yeah, and momentum is such a huge part of the game. The Eager Beavers establish it by scoring 2 in the top of the 3rd. Now the Long Ballers got to come right back and answer, or at least give it their best attempt, and they get that leadoff runner on. That's a good start.
And that one through first base, tapped by the runner and out at first, able to advance the runner to second, but there'll be 1 out.
Another bang-bang play at first. Bob Post on the call. We did add a safety base to first base last year, and the players have really appreciated that. More space there to cover the bag, both for the fielder and the runner.
Mingering pops that up to right field, 2 away.
For out number 2, Dylan Henry, now your batter.
You wouldn't think wiffle ball moves at a wouldn't think it would move at a quick pace in comparison to maybe baseball or softball, but it has a pace all of its own, and it doesn't give you a whole lot of time to breathe.
No. There's a shot to the left.
Finds the seam in 3rd. Play coming to the plate. Throw is offline, and the Long Ballers are going to score for the first time tonight. Number 15 in at 2nd. That's Dylan Henry. So an RBI double gets the scoring started for the Long Ballers as they've cut into the Beaver lead.
It's a good answer to what happened in the top of the 3rd. But yeah, that pace, that tempo, you got to be ready to go as it's going to keep moving.
This is Dylan Henry, and this one, a pop up to shallow left field, and it is caught. And that is the 3rd out. So we head to the 4th inning. Ballers cut into it, but the Beavers still up 2-1.
So the Beavers coming to bat.
Welcome back. First play is the first out. Dalton Combs has to go back close to the fence to pick that one off, and that gets the fourth started with an out.
Between innings, we have a lot of graphic lighting display going on with the music. Again, a testament to having the opportunity to play in this championship game and why guys want to be a part of it.
Quick play at first to get the out on number 12, Brock Rolston. That is 2 away.
Patrick, I'll tell you what, I'm really amazed at how fast the guys can run in these conditions.
In fact, if you're just watching the wiffle ball tournament for the first time, I'd be a lot of people out there surprised that these guys move pretty fast anyway, but a lot of former high school and even some current college athletes that are out there. If you follow baseball, football, basketball, there's a hard shot. Out-ripped foul. Hope the fans okay over there.
Yeah, the game has evolved. The tournament has evolved. And speed is the key. Also, couple that with athleticism and a sense of how to play the game, and you can put yourself together a championship team.
So after the foul, this is Murphy again.
And fair ball.
That is, they're going to say fair.
Just inside the line.
And that'll put the runner on first with 2 away.
Again, this is year 25 of Wren Wiffle Ball action, and we inducted our first ever Hall of Fame class. That was a highlight in pregame ceremonies.
Hard shot right back to the pitcher. And that'll do it here at the top of the fourth, head to the bottom of the fourth. Yeah, for the first time, the Hall of Fame. There you take a look. There are their pictures right here on the announce position on the right below us. 6 go in, and every 3 years, I believe this is going to be done. Correct, Dave?
Yep, we're going to look at in 3 years, adding to the Hall of Fame. But we have Jamie Davis, Dusty Klausing, Doug Bussey, Adam Ashball, Dustin Strickler, and Neil Slusher, all inaugural members, and they have all left an indelible mark on Wren Park as participants.
2, 3, take me out to
it's that break during the course of the championship game where our official scorer, Cleet Lotzenheiser, sings "Take Me Out to the Ball Game," and the fans joining.
It's like being right in Wrigley Field, listening to Harry Carey do this.
It's a shame for it. 1, 2, 3 strikes are out at the old ball game.
And let's get some runs.
Let's get some runs. Yeah. Steve Cleet Lotzenheiser, long-time official scorer here at Wren Park.
Terrific rendition. Can you buy Cracker Jack anymore, actually? Can you?
Well, you know what? They had some kettle corn up at the ballpark today, and they brought it down here, and it had that flavor of Cracker Jack. It was outstanding. I ate the whole bag.
Nice hit.
They give us stuff in order to, promote that during the tournament over the PA system, and the other guys didn't get any of it because I took care of all of it.
Someone wants to bring me a hamburger, I'll promote that for certain. That's a single by Camp to get the scoring or the hitting started for the long ballers. There's a nice shot, fielded nicely. Double play opportunity is good as 2 away now. Nice heads-up play by the Beavers.
Moving towards first base when he made the catch and made easy play.
And I really think the 70-degree field makes those kind of plays occur, and when they do, it's a really special situation for the players on the field and the fans watching.
So now 2 away as Combs up to bat now. And foul tipped and caught, so that'll be an out. So a very quick bottom of the fourth. Beavers still on top of the long ballers. 2-1 as we head to the 5th. Top of the 5th action here from Wren Wiffle Ball Park, the Wiffle Ball Championship game. Following the 25th annual tournament, Patrick Hamler and Dave Bowen bringing you the call. Above a bus, around behind the Green Monster here in left field. Top of the order now for the Eager Beavers. They have a 2-1 lead over the Long Ballers. That's Cole Rolston.
be crucial for Cole to get on here and give the Eager Beavers an opportunity to add on to that one-run lead.
This is the 5th inning. Only 7 innings played here in the Wiffle Ball Championship, unless, of course, they need more innings. Chopper right past the pitcher, and no play available there as Camp fielded it nicely, but unable to make the throw, and that will start off the Beaver 5th. And I believe the championship game last year went into extra innings, Dave.
When extra innings was a 1-run victory for MKS Siding, who picked up their 4th championship in a row. This year, they got knocked out in the first round against the Honey Badgers, who were then defeated by the Eager Beavers, who are playing here in this game. But yeah, 7-inning games. The first 2 rounds of the tournament, however, we play 7 innings or 45 minutes, whichever comes first. Time constraints, we have to go with the time limit, but the final 4 in the championship games, those are all regular style 7-inning contests.
And you play until there's a winner. And the Beavers trying to put some distance between them and the long ballers, and runner in scoring position right now. A great chance to do that. That one is hit soft and out at third. Runners will advance to first and second.
Nice play by Jake Mendrick from the seat of his pants. Your pitcher, there are techniques to getting the batters to swing at tough pitches, but man, you got to be able to field the position as well, and that's what Jake did right there.
Rolston, your batter. Couple guys out there.
Brock Rolston now.
1 out.
1 away here in the top of the 5th. There's the pitch. Gets a hold of this one. It's going to go out to right field. And it is caught by Henry. No one moves, so 2 away.
Slippery surface, and I don't blame him.
Runner still on first and second now.
Nehemiah Murphy.
Coming up to the plate, Nehemiah Murphy. And we'll see if he can add to the Beaver total. That one is hard hit and not easily fielded there as Combs struggles to get a hold of it. And again, the weather, the temperature, the field is all going to come into a factor, especially when you've got a close game like this one is.
Absolutely. Camp had to make a decision there. And it was a single.
Bases loaded.
Nice job.
And that is going to be 3 outs. No runner will score as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. And a big play there by the long ballers. That could have been a fairly disastrous inning for the ballers. The Beavers with runners, bases juiced, and couldn't bring any through.
And again, the pitcher had to play the game and cover first defensively. Get a great shot here. The fans here at Wren Park. Yeah, I'm guessing for the 25th annual, we're looking at around 1,500 people here, Patrick. Just an outstanding crowd.
They packing in every single
Wiffleball fans in honor
every single year.
Serving in the armed
and we're excited to have WSN here for the 4th year in a row.
And we are certainly glad to be here. Glad that we can bring this extravaganza to the fans of West Central Ohio. So even if you're not here at Wren tonight, you're able to turn into your television and watch the game at home.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Rendition of God Bless America by Griffin Waltmeyer of Crestview, a Wren native, or as they say around here, a Wren boy. And he does a terrific job. Just another part of the pageantry of the Wiffle Ball tournament here in Wren.
So we're going to go to the bottom of the 5th inning here. The long ballers down by a run.
Dylan Henry and Brent in
Not that things are getting tightened up, but they've got 9 outs to play with in regulation, if you want to call it that. And Jake Mendrink will lead things off.
Good pitcher. We got a good one going here for the 2016 championship.
And they're going to try and see if they can manufacture some base runners. Few and far between here in the first 4 innings, and this one is going to be foul. Will there be a play on it? There will, as Helm tracks that one down and catches it 1 away.
Yeah, Damien's had an outstanding championship game. Basically, it's where fly balls go to die out there in left field.
It's hard to get a charge in one to send it over to the Green Monster over our way, but a long baller is giving it a shot here in this 5th inning. That one goes foul, almost out onto Washington Street.
And the Green Monster is a result of players attacking the wall on long fly balls and basically going over the top of the wall.
A little too much there, third base, as it gets trapped to the black hole. Rolston unable to come up with it, and a base runner on for the Ballers here in the 5th.
So the Green Monster actually evolved as a safety issue. We had players going over the wall trying to catch fly balls, so now they bang into it. And again, another feature of Wren Park.
See if the long bowlers can get something going.
Pop up rather, and it's caught for 2 away. The home run derby was we're utilizing the Green Monster quite a bit in the home run derby. Nick Missler ended up the home run derby champ here at the Wren Wiffleball tournament. Here comes another one toward the Green Monster, and Helm
chases that one down.
Is himself a black hole of balls, as you said very well, Dave, where black holes go to die. That's 3 outs, and the 5th inning in the book, still 2-1. The Beavers on top.
It's going to be the top of the order. Cole Ralston for the Beavers.
Back to action here at the 25th Wren Wiffleball Championship. To the 6th inning now. Beavers on top, 2-1. Back to the top of the order with Cole Rolston, and an opportunity to try and extend this lead, as I'm sure the Beavers do not feel comfortable with a 1-run lead over the long ballers.
No, not at all. No bunting allowed. Yeah, foul tip there. No bunting allowed. You got to have full swings, but we do have a lot of full swings that result in what looks like a bunt. And either your pitcher or your catcher got to make a great play in order to get the runner out at first.
And right back into the pitcher's hands. And safe. Not there in time, as Mendrink has had more balls hit his ankles and feet than, well, most pitchers, I think, at any level of baseball or softball or maybe even wiffle ball have to endure.
Yeah, he's 30 feet from home plate. He's definitely got to set himself up to play defense after he releases the ball.
Now this is Helm. Outstanding defensive play, and unable to get that one, but able to get the recovery there is Henry and get the force out at second. Helm will go on first, and it's 1 away.
Looked like there were going to be 2 runners on with no outs. 1 runner on now with 1 out, because there is always a play to be made in wiffle ball.
So just because a ball gets into the outfield or even finds a space in the infield does not mean it would not be an out. And gets a charge into this one. It's going to land in the back, and only a single.
And again, the old track just not allowing.
Helm had to wait for that one to drop to see what would happen. Combs goes back there to field it along with Henry. So it's a long single, and maybe the long ballers catch a break there.
Exactly. That's probably the longest ball that's been hit in this game that didn't result in an out. And Helm had to hold it second.
Now Brock Rolston to see if he can bring Helm in. This one right through the third baseman's legs. And a runner on third. Is he going to be safe?
We got a delayed dead ball because of the contact at third. You can see home plate umpire Tim Busher, and he's going to send Helm home. He made contact with a long baller. And again, great sportsmanship there by Mendrink, shaking Helm's hand as he goes by, make sure he's okay. And nothing was meant of that, but yes, delayed dead ball. Helm scores, and we have runners on first and second. So the Beavers extend the lead.
A big run for the Beavers as they now go up 3-1, and really for the way the baselines are, we're kind of surprised we haven't seen more of that so far tonight.
Absolutely, and we did see it in some earlier games. We've had some delayed dead balls. There is a lot of contact that can occur.
Murphy gets a handle on it, but right back to the pitcher.
To get the lead runner there. Yeah, back in my younger days, I had a collision with a base runner between home and first that put me on a stretcher, Patrick, and sent me to the hospital. Concussion time.
Beavers looking to make a
Went through concussion protocol at that point?
No, but I knew I had a concussion.
Yeah. Strike called.
Knee met head, and that was not a good combination.
And that one is a shot through center field through his hands. And Ralston is going to score from second. So an RBI single extends the Beaver lead to 4-1.
And Spencer Ralston, for one of the younger guys out here, he's had an outstanding tournament and carrying it right through here tonight in the championship game. His brother Cole at the plate.
You get 2 on, 2 out.
And Cole now with a chance.
Trying to see if they can open this game up a little bit.
Bring his teammate home from second. That's Nehemiah Murphy. Try and put pressure on the long ballers at the plate here in the 6th and 7th innings. Injury, able to field it, but unable to get the throw on target to first, and the bases loaded once again for the Eager Beavers.
Jake had to make a decision, third or first. He decided to go towards first, but unfortunately the throw was wide. Bases are loaded, and the Eager Beavers are looking to blow this thing open right now.
And this is Helm. Who scored earlier this inning, right off the pitcher. It's a rocket that's going to score a run, so the Beavers adding on to it. Murphy crosses home plate, and it's 5-1 Beavers.
5-1.
Run in, bases are still
mentioned that Hall of Fame induction earlier. I'd be remiss if I didn't say I enjoyed being the MC for that, and I also was put into a nice tuxedo by Slusher's Jewelry and Tuxedos. And they took care of that, and I really appreciate that. Just had to get that in, Patrick. Thank you.
Very nice. Mengering getting shelled, but able to corral that one and run to first base and get the final out. But the damage done. The Beavers extend their lead 5-1. Let's take a replay of the dead ball that started this scoring for the Beavers.
So right there, Mengering and Helm make contact. You can see Mengering holding his hands up. He knew he had already committed a situation that was going to give Helm home plate. Busher coming in with the delayed dead ball and sends him home with the emphatic call. Great replay, guys.
Murphy getting warmed up at the plate. And the Beavers put 8 runs up on the board in their semifinal matchup, but they dispatched the Honey Badgers.
Yeah, they've scored 18 in their first game, 9 in their second game, 8 in their third game, and they're trying to build right off of that here in the championship.
Just been told
they beat WTP, they beat the Bunnies, the Perennial Power, and they beat the Honey Badgers in the semifinal. And the long ballers get started with a single, and that's how you got to get a comeback started. Lingerich connects.
Combs, your batter. Lindsey on first base.
This is Combs now, and he slaps it. And they'll get the leader at second, 1 away.
Route number 1.
You got to start your slide earlier with these conditions, because the slick conditions, you're not going to slow down. Lingerich did that, but it was a nice play by the Badgers to get him out.
See, a couple of the semifinal games, we saw people slide past the base as that ball sails into the infield, shallow infield, and Ralston gets it for the second out. No infield fly rule here in wiffle ball.
No, be too controversial.
And that one is a shot, and Helm is right there once again to make the catch. A very quick bottom of the 6th as we head to the possible final inning. Beavers 5, Ballers 1 on WOSN.
It's still 5.
Welcome back to Wren Park, top of the 7th. 5-1 lead for the Beavers, and they just get a hit to drop in the shallow outfield as they'll get started here once again. Had a 3-run 6th inning to try and put some distance between them and the long ballers. We're the championship final of the 25th annual Wren Wiffle Ball Tournament.
Colin Lingrich gave a great effort on that but slipped. There's going to be a lot of sore wiffle ball players come tomorrow morning.
Main Creek Fields, throw to first is on target, 1 away.
But there's going to be one group of sore wiffle ball players. They're going to be walking away, though, with championship T-shirts and bragging rights. So they're going to feel a lot better. They'll be sore, but they're going to be happy about it.
And there's a shot. It gets all the way, rolls back to the Green Monster. 1 run will score. It's an RBI single for
who is
Ralston.
it again?
Spencer Ralston.
Ralston, the big hit.
6-1 Beavers.
That's going to bring
Continuing to pour it on here. Cole Ralston at the plate. 1 away here in the top of the 7th.
The Ralston boys.
That one through second base, and the tag made at second to get the leader. Cole on at first. 2 away.
I had the privilege of growing up and playing sports with their father, Kent, classmate of mine.
Once it's gone, you're out.
So now Damian Helm up
Head to the fast
and puts a shot into this one, fielded there in mid-center field, and that is 3 outs. Last chance for the Ballers as we head to the bottom of the 7th. The Beavers have set out to a 6-1 lead, and kind of the way they're playing defense right now, I don't want to say it's insurmountable, but a 5-run lead you got to feel pretty good about heading into the final inning.
Absolutely. The Eager Beavers have got to feel good about themselves. And right now, 5 runs down, the tying run for the long ballers. It's somewhere over on the other side of the state line in Indiana. But hey, you got 3 outs. You peck away, see what happens. It's never over till it's over.
That's right.
As the champions of the 25th annual Wren Park.
So they warm up for the final, possible final inning here. They tie it, we'll go in extra innings, of course. It's wiffle ball, so you never know.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Patrick. The long ballers want to work hard to make something happen, and the Eager Beavers, they want to get the confetti and the fireworks started here real shortly.
We'll have the championship presentations and all of the fireworks, and nice play at first base to get the out, 1 away.
I know I said it a few times here today.
Nice
was very close.
by Cole Ralston.
Another Sports Center highlight.
You can put a star by that one. Anytime you get that leadoff hitter and keep him off the bases and wiffle ball action, it's huge.
And right back to the pitcher, 2 away. Down to the final out are the long ballers.
Down to the final out.
Eager Beavers 1 out away of putting their name in the history books as the Silver Anniversary Wiffle Ball Warehouse champions.
And this shot will go through to center field, so the Ballers will keep it alive for 1 more out at least.
Dalton Combs, I believe, stepping to the plate.
Combs will try to extend the inning. And right back to the pitcher.
There it is.
There it is. The silver championship belongs to the Eager Beavers.
And the spoils of victory ensue.
There's a confetti going off from Wren Park.
I don't know if the players are getting it, but we're getting it up here in the press box, Patrick.
Did we win something, Dave? The confetti's all over us.
We won the privilege of watching these wiffle ball players compete at the highest level.
There you see now getting to the players, the fireworks going off as the 25th edition of the Wren Wiffle Ball Championship is concluding. The Eager Beavers are your 2016 Wren Wiffle Ball champions.
Your first championship here in the Wiffle Ball tournament.
I made a suggestion last year, Dave, at the end of this, that the confetti and the fireworks, I wanted to see this more at high school football and basketball contests. I don't think anyone took me up on that. If you ADs are listening out there, I think this is a fun touch.
What it's all about.
confetti and the tradition of the players circling the field and giving high fives.
We're going to bring it back here first and get the presentation of trophies. The Wiffle Ball Championship trophy that is passed from winner to winner. The bottle of champagne.
All right.
And our public address announcer, Mike Heiser, is going to read off the names.
The Beavers Championship Trophy.
And we'll bring you the championship trophy presentation right here on WOSN.
Commissioner Jack Davis.
Commissioner Jack Davis. He's been commissioner for 11 years now. Jamie Davis started the tournament. He was the commissioner for 7 years. Jody McClure for 7 years, and now Jack. And there's your championship trophy presented to the Eager Beavers, 2016 champions. A bunch of upstarts with a little bit of veteran action in there, but a lot of young guys.
Could be the makings of another dynasty here in the Wiffle Ball Championship. Champagne about to be presented. The 4-year run of MKS sighting officially brought to a close. The Beavers about ready to celebrate.
I'll shake that up. And again, part of the tradition that is.
Get out of the way, Jack.
Well, this is a good sign.
Stand by.
You know how to do
Don't
that.
aim it at anybody.
Right. Don't look down the barrel of the bottle, whatever you do.
Thing is, they've got the youngest guy on the team holding the champagne.
Here we go.
It's probably okay. He doesn't have that much experience with opening a champagne
He
bottle.
has no clue, and that's a
He's
good
like, come on,
thing.
dude, let's do this.
That's one of his coaches
There we go.
and his athletic director. There we go.
Now we're talking.
Let it fly, guys.
All right. Let's hand out some T-shirts to Brady Stabler.
And here come the T-shirts for the players,
Caleb
recognized
Lloyd.
individually. Brady Stabler.
Cole Ralston.
And I think you can hear the names,
Damian
but again,
Helm.
you got Cole Ralston, Damian Helm.
Malachi Murphy.
And the Murphy brothers. Malachi
Ralston.
and Nehemiah. Brock Ralston.
Nehemiah Murphy. And Spencer Ralston.
A great tournament for the Eager Beavers. They defeated WTP 18-0. Then they defeated Perennial Power, the Bunnies, 9-8 in a one-run sudden death affair. Then they took care of the Honey Badgers, who had defeated last year's and 4-time champion MKS sighting 8-2. And then they took care of the Long Ballers by a score of 6-1 here in the championship game. And now they get the traditional running around the field at the fence and getting high fives from the greatest wiffle ball fans in the world here at Wren Park.
The Eager Beavers put up 2 runs in the 3rd, 3 runs in the 6th, and 1 run in the 7th. The Ballers tried to counter, had 1 run in the 3rd, but that would be all the scoring for the Long Ballers in this one. As the Eager Beavers, you see them on their screen, the 2016 Wren Wiffle Ball champions, taking the tour around the fans. Quite a few have moved on for the evening, but still a lot in attendance. As you see, they line pretty much all the way around the field, Dave, when they're watching the tournament, watching all the games, and some more celebratory liquids and such being adorned upon the team as they walk along the outfield.
Winners for 2016, winners of year 25, and if this keeps building, my gosh, I don't know what year 50 will look like, Patrick, but it's been amazing. It's been an amazing run. So much credit has to go to all the volunteers that make this happen, and appreciate everyone for coming out and celebrating with our 2016 champs, the Eager Beavers.
Well, Well, that is going to do it for our broadcast for this evening as we wrap up the 25th annual Wren Wiffleball Championship Tournament here at the warehouse. Glad you could be a part of it, and we look forward to seeing you next time on WOSN. The final, once again, the Eager Beavers, your champions. They defeat the Long Ballers 6-1. I want to thank Dave Bowen, the MC of tonight's activities on the field for the Hall of Fame, and doing a great job here, color commentary as well, wearing a tuxedo. You know, I did not wear a tuxedo, obviously, but it was certainly a festive event to be a part of. Nonetheless, Dave, thank you very much for your help tonight.
Thank you, Patrick. And again, until 2017, the third weekend in August, the warehouse is officially closed.
Beavers are your champs, 6-1 for Dave Bowen and our entire WOSN staff. I'm Patrick Hamler saying so long, everyone, from Wren.